to the Board Institute, the first post-COVID sort of Board Institute. So thank you for all of those who went the last couple of years online. They were just not quite as much fun. I'm Karen Simmons from the Chester County Community Foundation. We're only going to be here for 8 minutes, and then we're going to head upstairs. So thank you for those who are standing and sitting in the back, too. I would love to introduce to you our chair of the board of the Chester County Community Foundation, Winnie Moran Sebastian, Esquire. Ta-da!
Well, wow, this is great. Look at all these people here. Thank you all. Welcome, and thank you all for using your Saturday to better Chester County in every way. We think you're going to learn a lot, meet a lot of people, that the connections will be of value to you and your groups. And I'm going to turn it over to Karen now.
Oh, there's a board chair. So how many of you are chairs of a board? All right. How many of you serve on a board now? How many of you staff a board now? And how many of you would love to serve on a board but don't quite yet? I know, you always got somebody. We have a new Get on Board program, so this is good. I am pleased that we have over 150 people here today, and we have a great lineup of sessions. My job in these 7 minutes is to tell you a little bit about the Community Foundation and then start you on your merry way for the day. All right? And you've met most of our staff. I'm not going to do individual names. If we have a gold name tag on, ask us something or complain to us, pretty much. And that's for staff and board members with the gold name tags as well, so you can complain to them too. Very good. And so for today, our presenters are all doing this for in-kind, for free, just as many of you board members are. So thank you for investing the day with us. We will be out by 2 o'clock, I believe, so that way it'll warm up a bit. So what we have at the Board of Directors Institute, let me talk to you about the Community Foundation proper. We're one of several hundred, 850 community foundations across the United States. And we were started in the 1990s. And by 4 families, dynast philanthropy families, I like to call them. And their philosophy was you don't have to be a Rockefeller to have your own foundation. So at the Community Foundation, we have over 425 families and nonprofits who have endowment funds with us. And we have about, on a good stock market day, $100 million in entrusted funds, which is a lovely thing. And we grant out 5%, up to 5% each year for most of the funds, so about $5 million. There's all kinds of different funds we hold in trust. And part of what we do is the family funds, the individual donors, make decisions on grants to charities. So if you're a family with a fund with the Community Foundation, we like to introduce them to nonprofits who are seeking grants, and that's why we like to connect people who care with causes that matter. That is what we do. So we have an ongoing grant application process. The application's online. Fill it out, and it'll arrive at Stephanie and Kevin's desk, and then we'll share it with our families and try to introduce them to what you do even more so. Plus in-person things here as well. So that's why our events are so important, because people give to people, and people give to causes in which they believe. So as I said, the grants and scholarship awards come from mostly the families whose funds we hold in trust, as well as a small pot of unrestricted funds, which keeps growing every year. And since we're a community foundation, we focus on legacy planning. And that is actually, I think, our difference that you as board members should know about. If you have an endowment fund, if your nonprofit has an endowment fund with us, and I didn't do a count, but does anybody know if their nonprofit has an endowment fund with the Community Foundation? There's somebody way in the back. There we go. Thank you. Yeah. Of the 80 nonprofits who have endowment funds, when you're ready, when your organization's ready, our job is to help you with the plan giving side. And plan giving is one of those long-term, low-key things that literally pays off with big results. So you'll see a couple of plan giving sessions today. And we at the Community Foundation work with estate planning attorneys and CPAs and some wealth managers to help make the plan gifts grow. Plan gifts are for the most sort of unplanned time of all, when you don't need the money anymore, when you die, Yeah, there's all kinds of euphemisms. So with our Legacy Society, we have over 200 people who are members who are going to be able to, when they pass and don't need the money anymore, they've already designated their fund or a nonprofit's fund at the community foundation to give parts of their estates to. And that usually results in six-figure gifts, 100,000 to, what's our biggest one so far? 6 million, 13 million? I don't know, it's pretty amazing either way. So yeah, planned giving is what we focus on for your endowments, for your nonprofits. So you see in the middle is our Lincoln building, which you're all welcome to come to for a tour anytime. It's the first office building ever in Westchester, very historic. And what we do there is we not only preserve Lincoln Building's legacy, but the legacies of people whose funds we hold in trust. And you heard me say that we have assets we hold in trust and grants we make with families. And we focus on the long-term planned giving. Some of the programs we offer to help make these things grow, obviously we work with families so that parents, kids, grandkids, whatever, can make grant decisions together, community groups. We have some giving circles, which are kind of like investment circles. We get groups together to help make decisions about charities they would care about. And we also do grant panels, virtual grant panels that make the giving decisions. The thing you're going to be interested in today is our nonprofit services. I got a whole page of that in a second. So let me go back to that. We're also really focusing on diversity, equity, and inclusion, and social justice. So zoom in for our community conversations, please. And we have a great plenary panel. We're going to reset this room. So at 1 o'clock, the plenary panel here is going to focus on the board's role in diversity across the organization, not just with the color of people serving on board and staff, but across the organization. We're also involved with culture building community. So congratulations, there's a lot of great arts and culture and historic preservation throughout the region that we're working on, and we like to help build and strengthen those ties. And we have a new pilot program, Get On Board, and we have some Get On Board folks here, and that is where we're trying to help develop people to serve on committees first, then on boards, because don't you want to date folks before you jump into board with them? Yeah. So for our Get On Board folks, we're trying to pull from all kinds of people who want to serve on boards, but starting with committees, and to refer them to nonprofits and help match and also provide a coach so to check in on them. And part of the training is virtual and part of it's in person today. So there's some Get On Board folks around and we welcome you as well. So overall, those are the services that surround our core program so that we can grow philanthropy forever. And part of the services to nonprofits you're taking place in today. We see what's going on in the nonprofit sector. If you're ready to have an endowment fund, we help with the overall, well, you know what, it's on the next page. That's another little graphic, but here's some words. So we help you figure out if your nonprofit's ready to focus on planned gifts, which are big gifts that come, sometimes major planned gifts. We help publicize it. We help provide training. We help provide coaching. If you need more than our coaching, we have capacity building grants nonprofits can apply for so that we can help you hire folks to help with that. We help you implement planned giving. We'll go over lists with you. We'll help you practice to cultivate people. And we'll actually go out and help rate and go out and help you and support you. And then when the planned gifts come through, especially if they're complex gifts, we administer them. So that's what the Community Foundation's core mission is for nonprofits. All the other things help strengthen your nonprofit so people want to give you really big amounts of money. Okay? There you go. So that's what we do at the Community Foundation. Oh, and the other side of planned giving is we actually help with the accounting, finance, and management. In a sense, that's the easier side, and we have a small but mighty staff that takes care of that stuff. I told you that we love to support board members with our Get On Board program. We are Zooming for free. If you're a board member, we want you to Zoom in. So on our website, there's a list, and if you don't mind, we have your email address now. We're just going to send you invites. Every other Monday at noon, we'll do a board Zoom for an hour at lunch. And just come on in, and one of the Mondays is just a roundtable, what's going on at your organization, you want to compare notes. And then the other is a training day. We'll have a topic and a presenter. And that's free every other Monday forever. So Zoom in when you can, because we want to be able to support board members throughout the region, because you're doing important work, and it's even more important now. So those dates, Jameson is on our staff, and she designs our social media, and Hugh handles our board program. So we'll make sure, and if you see too much from us, I'm sorry. We can take you off the list. Just be nice when you request it. We only had one person who wasn't. So that's our Get On Board program that we're real proud of. If you have more questions about it later, we can answer that individually. Or we'll talk about it more at the last plenary session too, actually. So if today you don't get enough of us, come back in a couple of weeks, okay? Our annual meeting's at the Uptown Theater in Westchester. It's Monday evening, the 24th of October. And here's our formula for annual meeting. An hour of meet, greet, drink. An hour in a very comfortable theater with very comfortable seats, looking at gorgeous PowerPoint pictures, and me and Winnie on stage. How can you go wrong? And then an hour of eat, drink, and meet and greet again. So it's a 2 to 1. What's our ratio? 1 to 3? Yeah. So the formal part on stage is 5 to 6. You can eat and drink before and after if you desire. And it's free and open to the public. So that'll help you meet other people who are involved in the giving side of the Community Foundation as well. And for today, oh my gosh, look at that clock. I am so on time, right? It says 9:13. I'm taking that clock because mine is different. But yeah, I'm going with this. So what we have today are 4 sessions. 3 of them are breakout sessions, and they're all upstairs. Oh, wait, we're on the 4th floor now, right? Okay, don't do that. Go downstairs. Up on the roof is a whole other event, right, Kathy Willichek? Up on the roof is a great Westchester party. It was a few weeks ago. So we have, you see the 5 different breakout rooms. If you get into a room and you sit in there and then you look at the handout a little more carefully in your lovely book, right? And if you want an extra book, there's a few extras. Grab them. We don't want to take any back with us. So grab them while you can, because they go like hot tamales. Would that be a good one? I don't know. So with our breakout rooms, with the workshops that are on the 3rd floor, the rooms are all set up in a row. So if you go in and after a while you think, ooh, this is not what I want to hear, you're an adult, stand up, nod your head, and walk out and go to somebody else's workshop, okay? You're not going to insult the presenters. I do it to them all the time, okay? So please, pick the workshops you want, divide and conquer. At 11:30, you will smell the food in the back corner upstairs. So downstairs. So grab your lunch and then go to your 3rd workshop. It's a lunch and learn session, okay? So grab some food and head there. And then please do not just decide to skip the last session because it's so nice out. Give us that 1 hour to learn some incredible things that I've learned about diversity, accessibility, inclusion, and social justice. It's going to be an incredible panel. And then you'll be out of here by 2 o'clock. It'll be warmed up enough outside, and you can go pick a pumpkin or something, okay? So that's what we do at the Community Foundation. I thank you for investing today with us. And it must be time to head up to the breakout rooms downstairs. So there's elevators and stairs. I suggest you do either. Stairway. Thank you.